matches. Mm-hmm. Fuck. Fuck, that scared me. Hey Barbie, how you doing? You accidentally hit the skip. Oh man. Well, at least you're here. Good late evening. Wow. No commercials? That's good. I don't even know if I put it on or not. I don't even know if it is on. I couldn't even tell you. Let me see. Uh, it says it's on, but I'm glad you're not getting any. That's good. I don't know. It works when it wants to. I wish I didn't have them at all, but unfortunately, they are there. Crazy. Oh well, life. Life happens. Life happens. Good. That's one. That's good. Oh boy. Hey Tanya, how you doing? Well, you gotta look at it this way. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But the main thing is you have a job. It pays the bills. You can always get another job. And you're healthy. You're living. You're here right now. There's a lot of things to be grateful for. Sometimes you'll never get appreciated at your job, no matter what and how much you do. You could do a lot and never get nothing, like me. Every job I worked at, I never got compensated for doing good work or doing good things or working hard overtime. When I spoke my mind and said I wanted a raise or I deserved more money, some of my bosses would laugh at me. I'm like, all right, laugh at me now, fuck face. Nobody's laughing now. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. That's all that matters. You can't have it all. So as long as you got a raise, and that's a raise is better than nothing. You can still make the same money, but you didn't. You can make more. Whether it's a little bit more, a lot more, doesn't matter. At least you got something out of the deal. If you didn't get anything, then you'd probably be more upset. So getting more means you're of value to the people, even though you spoke your mind or said whatever you had to say. You know, we can never be 100% all the time. And wherever we work, there's always going to be some piece of shit that we have to deal with. And that's life. And I explained that to my sister today because she wanted to write up somebody at her job. And I said, look, you should leave shit like that alone. You know, you're a manager and you gotta do what you gotta do, but sometimes you just leave well enough alone. And she agreed with me and she said she won't do it now. I said, look, if you write that person up, it ain't gonna solve anything. Cause that person's gonna do the same fucking shit over and over again. You gotta let other people deal with their problem. That person ain't your problem. Fuck 'em. Sometimes the best thing to do is keep doing your job the best of your ability, and that's it. I try and explain this to everybody that all you gotta do is go to work every day, do your job the best you can. If it ain't good enough, you're gonna get fired. If you get fired, you just go get another fucking job. If you work hard and you're not getting anything in return, there's something that's not right. And if you leave your job and go get another one, you're gonna encounter other bullshit problems. Then you're gonna compare the two jobs. My last job, I did this and I did that, and then a new job is, oh, I like this job, but I wish I had what I had the other job, and it's never enough. It's never enough. It's never going to be the right, perfect thing. You know, even me on my own, it's never perfect. There's some years where I'm so busy I can't breathe, and I'm good nonstop, and there's some years where I hardly get any work. And then there's some years where it's, hot and cold, hot and cold. It's never been, no year out of the 20 years I've been on my own has been the same. Never. It's either all or nothing, or it's all at one time, or nothing at all, or a little bit here, a little bit there, a lot, 2 months of nonstop work, and then after that, like a whole month with nothing. So it happens. It's life. And the reason that happens is because our paths in life are not meant to be working all the time, or we're meant to be at a certain job for a certain amount of time, and then something else comes up where we just do something else. Yeah. But the main thing that we have to understand is no matter what we do and what we say and how much we work, it's never going to be good enough for anybody. But what's good enough for yourself is you going to work, making your money, and coming home and saying, fuck this, I'm home, I'm done, I'm good. But if you like sit there and complain, or you worry too much about what everybody else is doing or what everybody else is making or who's making more and who's doing this and who's doing that, who got promoted, that shit is just gonna aggravate you, and then you're gonna want to leave for no reason. You know, at the end of the day, if you're at a job where you're happy enough, where you make enough money, and it's not very, it's not ruining your life, then that's all that matters. If it's a good paying job and you have no real serious problems, like if your job is ruining your life and it's making your life difficult personally in every way, then obviously you got to do something about it. But if it isn't, then fuck it. Just go to work and shut the fuck up and do your job. That's it. But who am I to talk? Because I used to go to work every day and feel like I was undermined, I was underpaid, underappreciated. I never forget the end. I waited till the end of the year. You know, I waited till the end of the year and I looked at my boss and I said, "Look, bro, I need to make more money." And he laughed in my face. He literally laughed at me and says, "You're not worth more money." And I'm like, "I'm not worth more money." Okay. So I picked up a piece of pipe and I pointed at him and I said, "You know what? I don't fucking need you. And if you think I'm not worth more money, then fuck you. I'm gone." And that was it. Good riddance, piece of shit. And that's it. Fuck him. And shortly after that, I went on my own. And I made double the amount of money I was making with him. And still am. So sometimes we have to, not everybody has the, I don't know what the word I should use, but not everybody has the opportunity to go on their own. And I'm glad I did. There are some days I wish I didn't. And there are some days I wish I did, and I'm glad I did. And then there's some days where I say, yeah, hell yeah, I'm glad I did. So it's all good. There's going to be days where you're going to feel like you're doing the wrong thing. But what it is, it's just life. It's never going to be perfect, and it's never going to be always good. It's impossible. Well, if you mouthed off and you wish you didn't do that, then you have to work on self control. And you have to work on think before you speak mode. So that's up to you. Only you can control what comes out of your mouth. But if what you said was so bad, you wouldn't have got a raise. Correct? So obviously you didn't say nothing. Too bad. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you know, you can do whatever you want and whatever you like, and you might feel a certain way from how things pan out. But if you really think about it, you're blessed to have what you have, and that's all that should matter. You know, if we nitpick at every little thing that's negative or we feel is negative, then we lose track of the positive, wonderful things that we've accomplished, you know, in our lives, or how fortunate we are to have what we have. And I know I harp on those things a lot, but the reason I do is because people forget that things could be a lot worse than it is now. And some people will understand that and some people won't. So I know I probably try to make, I know I sound like everything's easy, and really it is, if you don't complain and if you don't worry and if you don't think that nothing's ever good's gonna come out of your life, you know. Because if you have the mentality of negativity and all that shit, then you're never gonna go nowhere. It's always gonna be a shit show. It's always gonna be like, you know, what's next in my life to go wrong, you know. But you should always be like grateful to have everything you have in the present moment. So it's not always bad, even though we want things and need things. It's not going to be a perfect life. I wish it was, but unfortunately, no. And that's what I was saying to my sister today was, you know, I really do miss doing electrical contracting and making good money and working every day and, you know, interacting with people and having fun, but that doesn't last. It doesn't. And God showed me that. See, 'cause I was so happy. See, when you're really happy, at what you do, it becomes either boring and you've conquered it and you need something else in your life, or it becomes exhausting because you have to deal with so much fucking negative people that you just say, fuck this, I can't do it no more. And then you change your life and then you either regret it or you just say, you know what, I don't regret that shit. I know I did the right thing or I made the right decision. So there's a lot of choices that we have to make in life, but the best thing is like to know that you're doing the right thing for yourself. Hey brother Dan, how you doing? Hey Teresa. But life goes on. Uh, One thing I try not to do is complain about anything, but it's almost impossible. The only thing I really complain about in life is stupid people. That's all. I don't really complain about money, work, my back, my legs, my body. I don't really complain about where I live or how I live or what I eat. I just complain about stupid ass people who don't do what they're supposed to do in life. That's pretty much it. I don't really give a fuck about nothing else. If I worried every day about what people are doing and what people are saying and how people view me, then I'll be going crazy. Have you tried icing your shoulder, Dan? Or a heat pad? Ice or heat? Either that or put some rubbing alcohol on it, bro. Yeah. Marky's mommy's remedy. Some rubbing alcohol on that thing. Take some rubbing alcohol, put on your hands, put it all over you 3 times a day. Come on now. I taught you well. Gotta use them home remedies. Tanya wants to get you high as fuck, look. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her, bro. All she wants to do is take the easy route out and go get some pot. See, look. She wants to get high and go to sleep. All she wants to do is get high. She wants to get high, so high. Hey Virgo, how you doing, sweetie? You good? She wants to get high, so high. The Dan said, no worries. I hit that hash store, that weed store for the hashish. And Barbie said, look, I ain't never heard of no fucking pop cream. What the hell's going on around here? What on earth is going on? I don't know, Barbie. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this woman. Ever since she went to that place, ever since she went to that place that time where she saw those seals or walruses or whatever they are, and she was walking along the street and she was like, "Wow, guys, if you can smell what I can smell, if you know what I mean, it is like everywhere." She smelled that high grade. She was like, "Holy shit." Oh no, Virgo. Sorry to hear that. Oh no. Okay, Teresa. Well, do you know why he's having the seizure or no? Yeah, that was the place, Astoria, where you smelled all that high grade weed, and it got into your brain. Now you just want to, put the cannabis in everything. Now you want to get bro high. My friend tried to get me high the other day. He's like, "Come on, man, you sure you don't want nothing?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want to get high again. I'm safe." It's called hair grooming syncope. Oh, okay, he's doing okay. Just very tired. Well, hopefully he'll be okay. I'll pray for him. He was getting a haircut, but that triggered it. Oh no. So maybe like he's gonna have to like get a scissor cut instead of like a machine cut. That's fucked up. Well, let's just hope that that doesn't happen again. Let's hope not. I don't know. Maybe it could have like triggered like how we have like a funny bone and we get like a little thing. Maybe the machine like hit a piece of his skull and like triggered it. Maybe it's just like a freak thing that happened once and never happened again. I mean, sometimes it happens. It could like when you get a haircut, when you're a guy and you get a haircut and that machine hits certain parts of your skull, you kind of feel it like maybe it triggered a part in them. You know? Let's just hope it doesn't happen again. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I was thinking just now. But it could be anything. Hopefully it's nothing serious and hopefully it doesn't ever happen again. And I wish that for him that it doesn't happen for him again. Yeah, as long as he's okay. Those things happen. Our bodies are weird like that. It could also be like maybe something that he ate, you know? Could be something he ate or something he drank. And then when he went to go get a haircut, it triggered it. So it could be that. Could be something like that. But yeah, let's just pray that it won't happen again. I know people who get those things all the time. They get seizures and all that shit. It's fucked up. It happens. But glad he's okay. And you're gonna say bye to your your Marine. I'm proud of him. It's good to be in that type of field. You make good money, you serve your country. It's cool, even though I hate the fucking army, but when I was there, my first 2 years were my last year was nice because I knew I was leaving. Only good thing about the army I liked was meeting all these people, and I still know majority of them till today and speak to them. So I'm cool with them. Yeah, it's already midnight here. I gotta go to work at 9:30 tomorrow, so I gotta meet my client at his condo. It's like 10 minutes away from here. I gotta go meet him to do some electrical shit. Shouldn't take me long. Yeah, that's true, Dan. Good night, Barbie. Take care. Sweet dreams. And I hope you have a good sleep and a good day tomorrow. But yeah, that happens. Mhm. Supposed to get some rain tomorrow. We ain't had no rain forever. Looks like we're gonna get some rain tomorrow, they say. That's good. Me, I've been busy, but I'm good. I've had some what would you say, spiritual experiences. Honestly, I don't sometimes I don't get freaked out anymore, but like I just can't believe how spirit makes me see things, and it's like I can sense things happening before it happens, and it's kind of weird. I don't really like that shit too much. I'd rather shit just happen instead of me know before it happens, type of thing. So that's kind of like, you know, happening a lot, which is weird, but it's happened a lot. But lately it's happened too much where it's like, all right, take a chill now. I don't need to know like every fucking thing that's gonna happen next, or who's got me on their mind, or what's going on and all that type of shit. It's so weird how things happen, but I'm kind of used to it, but it's just still weird, you know, especially this year. A lot of things have happened in a spiritual way, and that make me think, like, how the fuck does this even happen? Like, how the fuck is this possible? If like, why? How can this even happen? You know? I'm just like in awe sometimes on how things just pan out for me, and how like spirit takes care of me and my family, and just like I don't know. It's like I have this thing where I just try not to. I really worked hard on my mentality a lot, like not worrying about things, not caring about anyone else that doesn't need my care or doesn't need me to care for them. I don't give a fuck really. But it's hard not to give a shit, and it's hard not to give a fuck, and it's hard not to like really care about certain things or certain issues, but I'm working on it and it's working. So like, for instance, things would bother me that don't bother me no more. That's how any way I can put it. It's like I even said it like about a couple years ago. Like sometimes I feel like my heart doesn't work. I don't feel it beating. I don't feel it feeling. I don't feel too much like, certain things. Like, when you feel your heart like all the time, or you're like, you feel like things happen. And that shit don't happen to me. It hasn't. It's like it's turned off or something. I don't know. It's fucking weird, but it's almost like it's a battery in there now, or my heart doesn't really feel what it used to feel and do what it used to do. It's like my mind's overcoming my heart, whereas my heart would always make me feel a certain way, and now it's like my mind's telling me, "Don't worry about that thing. It's beating in there. Don't worry about it. Fuck that, Mark. Just worry about your damn self. Just keep doing what makes you happy. Fuck this shit." I don't really hear those voices in my head, but my mentality is different. And like it's happening a lot more now. That's how I've been. And when the retrograde comes, like a lot of crazy shit happens. This time it wasn't crazy shit. It's just like, I don't know. Like it goes into my brain, and my brain just overrides everything else. My mind takes over everything, which was never the case before. But like now I feel like I'm programmed now, because I say it so much and I do it so much that it's become like I program my body, my mind to know that, hey, this is the way it is. It's just cool. I can handle it. I actually like it. But it's crazy how things are like, Nah, I'm not really. I'm just tired, to be honest. I may look stressed, but I'm just tired. Like, I just, honestly, if I look stressed, probably people might think I am, but I'm really not. I'm just tired. And like, I just wish that people were different. And I'm trying to program my mind to understand that not everybody's going to be like me. And I'm not perfect either. But I wish that people had common sense. And I've been saying that for my whole life. But common sense is not in people's minds anymore. It's in people's minds every day. Money. That's it. That's the only things people talk about. That's the only thing people talk to me about all the time. Money, bullshit, complaints, stupidity, and just like people just complaining about random bullshit all day. And it's like some people, they're just outright don't care about anything but themselves. You know? Like today was just one of those days where, I had to solve an issue and it took an hour to solve. When the person that called me could have solved the issue right then and there, or could have been solved the issue by now. And then I say to myself, how the fuck do these people get work if they can't even do this job properly? What makes me different? What makes, these people different than me? If they don't know half the things I know, don't have half the tools I have, don't have half the knowledge I have, and they still get work. and you just look at them and just say, but see, I think that's just a thing where, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know how this all works. I really don't. Sometimes I say to myself, how the fuck is this even possible for these people to be that dumb and have things that, I don't know. Yeah, I am getting older, that's for sure. You're right, Tanya. I'm 49 and I feel it too. Tired, man. Tired of fucking people. I'm tired of stupid ass shit. I'm tired of people who don't do their jobs properly. I'm tired of people who lie to me every day. It's really frustrating, but you know what? It's just the devil is on overtime and always has been. The devil is always on overtime. Because the more you pray and the more you believe in God and the more you believe in yourself and the more success you have, the more the devil's gonna say, this mofo, he did it again. He doesn't care about me. He's not worrying about me. I'm the devil. Come on, you gotta suffer. You gotta fucking, I haven't aggravated you enough. Come on. And the devil throws dumb fuckers at me every day. It's just hilarious. And then I take a pause in my day and I just start to be positive. Like, that's what I do. I just program my mind and just say, Mark, remember what dad says. You can't change these people. And my saying is, you can't fix stupid. You know? So that's probably why I look stressed or look tired. And plus, it's like past midnight here. So, yeah. I just wish that things were a lot smoother and people were a lot smarter. But unfortunately, a lot of people are getting dumber and dumber and stupider. It's very unfortunate. And it's sad that people don't have a brain that they can use. And that's my biggest complaint right now in life is I'm really tired of like stupid fucking people. What I can't stand the most is a person who says all these things and don't do any of it. Okay, Virgo, I wish you the best. I wish your son healing and protection, and I hope your Marine son has a great time and is safe. And I hope the one who just had a seizure heals from that. And I wish you a good trip. And be positive. That's all. Just be positive. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Tanya, you're not super old. Super old is 90. Come on. You still got a long way before 90. I know you're tired of the bullshit, but I think the bullshit makes us drained and makes us tired and makes us feel older. And that's what my belief is. No, you're definitely not dumb. Well, you're the oldest. You're the oldest in the room right now, so I agree. And that's probably why I feel the way I feel sometimes. But as soon as I feel a certain way, something really cool happens afterwards. So that's why I'm not really worried. Sometimes, like, I'll do something like today, a couple hours ago, I did something and I said to myself, I don't need this, but I want it. And I feel like, I should just get it because I like it and I want it and I deserve it. And why not? And I did it. And I said, you know what? That wasn't so bad. Okay, cool. Whatever. Fuck it. You only live once. And that's it. Once you do something, you might regret it, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't kill you, then you're good to go. Well, that's the Taurus in you, see. The Taurus is the bull, so you're bullheaded. But you know what? You're not perfect, Tanya. None of us are. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. You have to just learn from them. Yeah. We all get taken advantage of every day. Yeah. I feel like that many days. I'll tell you that right now. I feel like I'm being taken advantage of many times because I do so much, for people. And like sometimes people don't even fucking care. Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the retrograde. A lot of bosses are taking slack because a lot of bosses don't do their job either. A lot of bosses give you broken promises. They don't do their job either because they're tired of the bullshit too. Welcome back, Teresa. But you know what? There's no perfect world. There's no perfect anything, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I went on my own because if you're going to be my boss and you can't do what I do, or you can't run a business like I could run a business, then why do I need a boss? I might as well be my own. And that's what I did. But even though you're on your own, you still have to develop a relationship with a client, and that client ends up becoming your boss. Because without them giving you work, you're nothing. So I have a client who I'm going to be dealing with tomorrow, and he is like my bread and butter. So if I don't, because I've blown him off a few times with work, I've been like, he'll call me and I'll be like, look, I'm too busy because I don't. He always has some bullshit ass stuff for me to do that I don't feel like doing. Like he should go get like someone else who ain't got no life and ain't got no work. But like he aggravates me with little bullshit jobs. But you know what? I said, he told me what he wanted me to do, and I said, you know what, I'll do it. It's only like an hour or half an hour to an hour worth of work. I'll just go fucking do it. Who cares? It'll pay for my gas this week. Whatever. You know? So as much as I want to tell him no, but I was like, you know what, Mark, just go. It's only gonna take you like a half an hour to an hour to do this bullshit and then just go. Then while you're there, you can just go somewhere and get what you need for something else, whatever. It's like so annoying. I get to the point where I think we all get to the point where we question ourselves at our job, or if we want to change, or whether or not we have a good boss, or whether or not we have a good job, or what can we do otherwise what we do now, you know. But there's some days where I don't know. what I feel like doing anymore. And then there are some days where I say, you know what, I know what I should be doing, and I know what I can do to make a lot of money. But why? Why am I gonna do that? Just because of money? Man, fuck that. Before my dad died, he worried about money so much that he said one day, when my money runs out in my account, I'm gonna have to sell my house. And I looked at him and I just shook my head. I was like, you ain't gonna sell no damn house because you have 4 kids. We can help you. You'll be fine. And look, he passed away, and now all his money and his house is for his wife. And now she's in the same predicament. Oh, I hope my money lasts, and if it doesn't, who cares? I'll sell the fucking house. Always got a negative attitude. Everything's negativity, negativity, negativity. And it's all because of the root of all evil, which is money. And that's why I never want to be like that. And the thing is I have some people like myself have opportunities to make a lot of money, but I just don't want to. I just don't care about money like that. It don't bother me. If I make enough to pay my bills and be happy, that's all I need. I don't need to make thousands and millions of dollars. I can if I want to, but I don't want to. I don't care. After seeing everybody in my life die with and leave their money in their houses and their cars and their clothes and everything behind, I don't really care anymore about that shit. Because I could die tomorrow. God forbid I do, but God's gonna keep me around. You know, I have confidence in that. But if I did, look, everything I paid for and bought and worked hard for is gonna be right here for somebody else to enjoy. So why even worry about it like that? That missing my dad has nothing to do with it. What it is, what I'm trying to say is, she worries too much about like whether or not she's gonna have enough money, and she keeps saying that stupid shit all the time. And she knows she has a decent amount of money in her account, and she's getting more money now that can hold her for a lifetime because she's got my dad's pension and everything, and she's getting more money, but it still hasn't sunk into her head. You see what I mean? That's not grief. That's just negativity. It's a difference. She sits there and she's like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money. I hope I have enough money to the day I die." And I'm like, "Mom, shut up. That's not gonna happen. Like we're paying for all your shit now. So what are you talking about?" So she's just negative. She's been like that her whole life. My dad was the same way, and these are things that aggravate me. I don't like the negativity. I wish everybody was more positive. You know, I wish people were more positive. That's what I wish. All right, good night, Teresa. Take care. Yeah, I understand all the grieving part, but it's like she worries too much about money and things like that. Yeah. And like I say many times, I can deposit $1 million into her account today, and she'll still worry about money. She'll still live the same way because that's just the type of person she is. I can never change her mind. And some minds can't be changed because they're stuck on that one subject and that one way of living. Like, I hope I have enough. I'm never been like that. Like, I just can't be like that. You know, no matter if I'm rich or poor or whatever the case may be. I just don't want to think that way. And then some way, somehow, Spirit God intervenes and I end up being perfectly fine. And so does everybody else. You know? I just think that people need to worry less, and then people will look at me and say, well, it's easy for you to say you don't have kids, you're not married, you don't know what life is. And then when somebody says that to me, I want to punch them in the mouth because you don't have your life is your choice you made. You wanted to have a house, you wanted to get married, you had a child. Because I don't doesn't mean I don't know how what life is. So when somebody says that to me, it offends me and it's disrespectful because all because your life you chose, it doesn't mean that I don't know what life is. I'm taking care of my nephews for years because they have a deadbeat dad. And some people don't know that. So you're automatically looking like a fucking idiot when you tell me I don't know what life is because I ain't got no kids. Or I don't know what life is. Man, go fuck yourself. That's why I just say to myself, I just can't deal with ignorance and stupidity. So you don't know nothing about nobody's life unless you really know them. And that's my choice to take care of my nephews. Let me add that. Yeah, exactly, Dan. I agree. And yes, Tanya, it is a merry-go-round. But see, the thing is, like you said, you say it many times, Tanya. Grief is hard, and everybody grieves in different ways. And a person like me, I don't really grieve too much. Maybe that day, maybe the day you die, maybe the next day, and maybe on special occasions or things like that. But one thing I'm not going to grieve for the rest of my life over somebody or something. It's a point where I get to where I say, okay, you know what? There's no reason for this. You have this person in spirit. And that's what they really want you to acknowledge is them in a different form now. So why are we really, you know, making a big fuss about things? But see, people have that mentality of victimhood. They want to play victim. They want to say, you don't know what it's like or push things in people's faces. And that's like the stupidest thing to me. So I guess I've never grieved, or I guess that I don't know nothing about grief. You know, people take other people's lives for granted too. They think that no one else has been through anything worse than they have. That annoys me sometimes with people. But that's why I always say you never know what goes through somebody's mind. They can be through a lot more things than what you know. She did that. She does that in the camper every day. Well, a lot of things are self-inflicted, and unfortunately, the things that we have in our lives that are in our lives are self-inflicted. Exactly. That's why it's never too good to be too friendly. It's never too good to be too kind. You have to see who you can do those things with. Because if you're too good to someone and they treat you a certain way, you're gonna like feel so weird after that. And that's why like it's not good to have confident expectations in everybody's ways and thoughts and lives. It's not good to be too good to people. All it takes is a couple minutes to ruin everything. But what can I say? I just don't like people who bitch and moan about life all the time. It's fucking annoying. Because little do they know, they have a better life than majority of the people that they speak to or are around. Hey Rudy, how you doing, sweetie? How you feeling? Yeah, exactly. Tanya, exactly. Yeah. I stopped doing that, Tanya. I stopped arguing the point with people who don't get it. Because if you're animate, if you're like, if you have that way about you that you know you're wrong, but you're gonna continue to think you're right, or know you're right, know you're wrong, but still claim you're right, and I'm gonna sit there beating a dead horse and talking to the fucking wall, like I say, and I'm just gonna walk away. And I'm probably gonna wish that you have diarrhea for a week because you're so stupid and ignorant. That's probably what I'm gonna do. There's nothing else you can do. You can't fix stupid. You doing okay? Well, hopefully the next surgery is the last one, and hopefully you're gonna be okay. Yeah, we miss you too. Everybody's been doing their thing, you know. There's a lot of regular people missing from here, but they have a life, and I accept that. I'm not gonna sit there and bother them and tell them, "Hey, where you been?" and all that shit. You know, people can do whatever the fuck they like. Here today, gone tomorrow. You want to be here today and come back a month from now? That's all cool. You know, your mom came to help you in the house. You've been blessed. That's good. I'm glad to hear your mom's helping you. That's very nice of her. See, it's not all that bad. See, somebody helped you. Moms know best. Sometimes moms can be a pain in the ass like mine, but I still love her and help her, even though she's a Capricorn pain in the ass. And if I say that to her, she'll be like, "Well, if I'm a pain in the ass, then don't talk to me no more and don't come around. You don't have to do nothing for me." That's what she'll say. Yeah, I'm a pain in the ass. Okay, yeah, I don't need you to suffer me. I don't need you to deal with me. That's good. Yeah, I remember you saying that she didn't really speak to you and she didn't care about you like that. But I'm glad that, you guys are good again. It happens, man. Sometimes our parents could be our worst enemies or our best friends. And sometimes our parents can be the biggest pain in the asses in the world. You know, my dad used to be my biggest pain in the ass, and now he's gone. And now my mom's my biggest pain in the ass. And then they'll tell if you said to them which one of your sons or daughters is the biggest pain in the ass, they're gonna say Mark simultaneously. We're each other's pain in the asses, but it's all good. Like, parents are parents. Yeah, parents are annoying. They can be. Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, I remember you said that you don't really speak to your mom like that. Oh, sometimes it takes time, you know. It's been 7 years for you. Yeah, there's some people in here who haven't spoke to their parents, or their children ain't spoke to them and all that bullshit. I took a while before I cut my dad off for a long time and then started speaking to him again. But we ended up being closer than usual in the end before he died. So it's life, man. Nothing's gonna be perfect. It's just the way it is. I don't really speak to my, two older siblings because they're selfish and annoying and stupid. Especially my older sister. She's like the worst ever. But God forbid she heard me say that. My brother, he's just a fucking idiot. I speak to him, but I don't really care to speak to him too much. He's kind of one of those, people you just say, "How the fuck are you my brother?" Oh, cool, Dan. That's cool, bro. Well, that's good. Yeah, exactly. That's just a sign that she's around. Simple. It happens. That could be your belief in her or your belief in your in spirit, putting it into existence. It happens. Anyway, guys, let me go get some sleep. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I gotta get up and go to work at 9:30. So once I get my 7 hours of sleep, I'm good. I got an easy work day tomorrow. I'll be all right. Once I finish work, I'm gonna go cut my mom's grass if it doesn't rain. Yeah, I love my mom to death, but there's some days that I wish that she was more positive. And I'm talking about even when my dad was alive. Like, I wish my parents were more positive back in it, more. But even now, my mom is even more negative now that my dad's gone. Like, everything is negativity, and I just can't stand it. There's some days I don't even want to go and see her because she's always negative. And if we tell her a positive, it becomes a negative. And when I heard Tanya say that the other day, I said, "Well, it's not just your mom; it's mine too. It's just a mom and dad thing, you know. Sometimes parents are fucking annoying, and then I want to be very positive every day. I look at everything in a positive way as much as I can. And when I deal with negative shit, I get irritated. Like, I can't listen to negativity all day. I can't like hear negativity, or why does everything have to be negative, you know? Well, I honestly believe that they don't really know what love is because love was never really a big deal. The only big deal that they know is work, and money. That's the only things that they love is work and money. They don't really have love like that. I honestly believe that they don't even know what true love is. They know the love of their children and they know love to a certain extent, but their love is definitely not expressed. They don't express their love. I taught them how to love. When my nephews were born, and I used to grab them and hug them and kiss them and tell them I love them. That's something that was never done to me. but I would never not do it to someone else. I don't want to be like them. I want to be positive. I want to tell my nephews I love them. I want to tell my nephews, yes, go for it. Yes, be the best you can. I'm proud of you, bro. Yes, go for it. Do this. So you need help? Yeah, okay, I'll help you. Not, no, you're not going to do this. No, you're not going to do that. And no, it's not going to work. That's the worst thing you could do with your life. I don't want to be that person. That's my parents. Everything was no, no, oh, no, that's not going to work. Or no, my God, the whole world's going to end. I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to be like you. At the end of the day, I know that they love me, and I know that they care about me, and they love their children, and they love themselves probably at some point. But their expression of love is dead. It's finished. Like, they don't know how to do that shit. They really don't. Our love is a different expression. There's different types of love. Theirs is like, mediocre. Love is an action. It should be shown, not talked about. You could say, I could tell you I love you, but deep down inside that it's just a word. It's just some words that I'm telling you, right? Now, to be expressed and shown, that's real love. Like, real love is shown through actions, in my opinion. But, what do I know? Anyway, I love you all when I sleep. So when I go to bed now and I actually watch the eyelid channel, right? And I go to sleep, that's when you know I love you the most. And that's the best love I can give you, is when I sleep. Because that way I don't have to deal with you. And that's when I love people the most, when I don't have to deal with them. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. See, Dad knows the deal. See, he loves me too, under anesthesia. There you go. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the type of love that should be shown. Anyway, tomorrow's another day. I'm already in tomorrow. It's already Wednesday here. I should be here tomorrow at some point in time. I might be here during the afternoon after work or something like that if I feel like it. Or I might do a washing dishes segment or something. I don't fucking know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I need to go get my ass to sleep. This time change screwed everything up. So I'm still kind of not feeling, Yeah. That's what my grandmother used to say. You know. That's what my grandma always said. She goes, my friends are like, you're my friend when you're like my teeth when they don't hurt. You're my friend when you're like my teeth. I don't know, I can't remember. I know how to say it in Portuguese. Woman, what you doing? I'm about to go sleep. You're on here donating super chat over here. See? How am I supposed to go to sleep? What you want, woman? Oh, Lord have mercy. We could do it tomorrow. Well, if you did it just now, then obviously you need something. Pain in the ass. And she's got some cyclops looking hippo with an arm on it trying to grab my thing. Look. Look at her trying to grab my thing. Look. OP. What on earth type of sticker is that? She got some cyclops looking fucking hippo on the thing there. I ain't never seen that one. Where the fuck you come up with this shit? I have not got a card from you in a while. So how's that my fault? Lord have mercy. help me. Why me? See, this is what I talk about. When I talk about people and what they do, see, this is the prime example. You can't make this shit up. See? See what I say about people, and it comes true right away. See? You're lucky I like you. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, let me see what I got for you then. I guess you want a general. I'll give you a general for the rest of the month, I guess. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. Spirit just said, yeah, Allah, you think you're going to bed? Watch this. All right. You should have went to sleep. All right. So in general, what I get here is a lot more action needs to be taken, but also be precautious at the same time. I know you want to recover what you've lost or catch up with life, but you got to still stay, guarded. You got to stay guarded to a certain point. You got to make sure that you don't go too fast, too quick, or do things too quickly. Take your time. You can be active, but just take your time. There's going to be frustration. There's going to be delays. There's going to be things that you're going to have to face the facts about. You might be indecisive. You might procrastinate sometimes, or you might just feel like, hey, I don't really feel like dealing with too much bullshit here, but you might you might have anxiety at times. You might feel like, hey, I can't even make a decision because I'm still hesitant about making these decisions. Hey, Leah Peaches, how you doing? So the hesitancy of moving forward is still there, the doubt, the uncertainty, and that's probably going to remain there for the rest of the month. Try not to feel embarrassed about what's going on in your life. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. You might feel that way because your mom's around. You might feel embarrassed the way, she's come around to help you and need help from your mother. I don't know if you feel that way, but sometimes you might feel that way. But try not to be, because you shouldn't. At the end of the day, sometimes we all need help at some point in time, right? There also could be like somebody, like a man, trying to trick you or deceive you into doing things, or like if you feel like somebody's trying to con you or trick you or lie to you, then they are. This could be like, it's a young man, so I would say it could be like a son, or it could be like someone that is treating you a certain way, like trying to trick you into doing something. You got to move out again. Oh boy. Yeah. That's probably why I'm getting all the indecisiveness and all that delays and hesitancy and uncertainty. You might not know where the heck you're going to move to, or you don't know when this is all going to occur, or what the hell you're going to do next. So that's why I'm getting what I'm getting. Yeah. That's what I'm getting there. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of indecisiveness. You might feel embarrassed that you have to move again, but try not to. It's life, You can't control what happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm getting frustration there and delays and just trying to procrastinate until you get what you need. Well, the rest of this month is not going to be that great, but in April, I see things getting better. I see like your mom helping you enough to where, things can get better. I feel like your mom will help you because there is a woman here that's older than you, like mother type figure. So your mother might help you more than you may think. Especially next month, she might have a solution for you, or she might come to your aid in some type of way. She means well. She has good intentions, and but she also wants to protect herself, like herself. You know, like find a proper balance. She doesn't want to take on your shit and hers. Like she'll help a lot, and she'll be very reasonable and fair, and she'll help you because I do see a woman like helping you next month. So if this isn't your mom, it could be somebody else, but I feel like it's her because she's in your energy right now. I feel like her intentions are very good, and she's going to try and find the proper balance to help you enough so that way you be okay you know it may not look like that now, but it can be next month. So there's going to be some changes, some transitions, some sacrifices have to be made, adjustments. This could be with the move and getting out of there next month at some time. But if you commit to these things and put in some personal effort and work on these things, you can get what you want. So the rest of this month doesn't look that great. It still looks like a period of, frustration and getting things to a point where, it's survivable. But next month looks a lot better. It looks like things are going to get better as time goes on. Because the cards I pulled just now from March are not good at all. They're not that great. But next month, it looks a lot better. But there has to be effort on your end, even though I know, you know. Yeah. So there has to be you know, there has to be some ways of life that you have to change. Yeah. So if you feel like you're in suspense and you're not moving forward, you have to make the transition, the change. And like I said, your mom looks like she's gonna help you, or a woman is gonna help you a lot next month. They might, this person might just be your reward, your balance, this person has good intentions. So if your mom's doing good things for you, I think that she's gonna continue to do so. So she might even find you somewhere to live, if that makes sense. That could be a possibility. But I'm sure you want to work again, and I'm sure you want to work, and I feel like you will eventually. You know, if you are working now, great. And I feel like work will be better in April because I got the work card here at the very end. That tells me that work can be good next month, or this is you making a personal effort and a commitment to make things better. So it's not all bad. I think the rest of this month might not be that great, but next month looks good. Next month looks like things are gonna get better, and you're gonna have help. Yeah. So next month looks like it can definitely like occur. It looks like work, help from a woman, making a change, being active, trying to get things on track. And I feel like by the end of next month, it should look better, a lot better than it is now, for sure. This month still looks kind of shitty, But next month is definitely a better month with all the good cards that I got there. So it looks like you might finally get some help. Yeah. So it's not all that bad. This month, yeah. But next month looks good. What the fuck is this? That's some whack ass shit. Alright, whatever. You said, can you check with Rob and I? No. I don't see things getting better between you and him, to be honest. I still see frustration, arguments, disappointment. You feel like you might not be able to get along with him. Like, you feel like he doesn't understand your situation. You feel like he doesn't care. The conflict makes it worse. I think that if this guy drinks, I think that he drinks his life away and he drinks too much or he drinks enough to get drunk and he's just acting crazy. If it isn't alcohol, it's like just being like depressed or feeling like his experiences are always bitter with you, like nothing goes right, or he feels stuck and he can't do anything, or all the above. So in the next 2 months, it's going to remain the same it is now, arguing back and forth, ghosting, not speaking, being a dickhead. But I think he blames you more than you blame him. Because I get you reversed here. Like he thinks that you don't understand him. He thinks that you want to be alone and don't want him. Like he doesn't want to accept the fact that things are the way that it is and it's going to be the way it is. Sometimes he thinks that you're all about yourself. He's disappointed. He's not happy in his real life. And that reflects on you and him's friendship. There's a lot of like worry on his end. He feels like he gets no affection. It just doesn't look good here at all for you and Rob for the next 2 months. So I would say nothing's gonna get better on that end. Should you do? Nothing. What the heck do you want to do? Oh, there you go. You fucking ghosted his ass. What the hell you expect? If you ghost me, I ain't speaking to you either. I'll be like, bitch, all right, fuck you then. See, you did it to yourself. You be ghosting him and shit. So what do you expect? If you ghost somebody, that's like your way of saying fuck off. So what you do? Do what you feel is right when it concerns him, because he's looking at you as the person that's the problem, and you are because you're ghosting his ass. So if you ghost me, I'm gonna be like fuck you then. Even though you have a lot going on, when you want somebody or you like somebody, you should be allowing them into your life so they can help you and show you that they care. But if you don't want it, then that's your fault. So you got to do what's best for you. Do you want him involved in your life? But you can't have him as a convenience. You can't make the guy a convenience. If you really like him and want him, then you gotta, be honest. There you go. If he doesn't want to stop talking to you, then talk to him. Then stop ghosting him. Stop being weird like that. In order for a guy to prove that he cares about you, you gotta allow him to be in your life. You can't ghost a guy. You're going through hard times. He can be helping you. And if you get in arguments with him, that's because you probably trigger it because the guy's probably trying to do what's right and you don't want him to. So you gotta do what you feel is right. You can't make people conveniences, then they're gonna get mad. You can't just be like, okay, my life is good now, I'll put you back in it. That's fucked up. I'm being serious. If you did that to me, I wouldn't speak to you. Fuck it. Like, yeah, you wanna ghost me? All right, I'll fix you. How about a delete and fuck off now? You can ghost me all you want. I'm deleting your ass. Nobody better ever ghost me. Because if you do, I'm deleting you. That's just some childish ass shit, in my opinion. Sorry. But ain't nobody ghosting me and getting away with it. You want to ghost me? All right. I'll fix you. Block, delete, erase all fun. Bye, bitch. Dang, that's what I would do. Fuck that. I ain't tolerating nobody ghosting me. You must be out of your damn mind. I don't care if you're going through shit. When you're with a husband or a wife, right? Are you gonna ghost them because you're going through shit? Or if you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you think it's right if you ghost them or your close friends? Come on, woman. That's some 12-year-old shit. Come on now. I mean ghosting nobody. You talk about it. You say, look, you know, I need some time right now to myself. You ain't gotta sit there and put ghost shit on it. No, he don't. Because of what you're doing. I don't get no feelings. The feelings I get is disappointment. He's disappointed that you're not allowing him into your life. You didn't hear anything I just said, did you? Then you wonder why he argues with you. Because I'm about to now. See? Because you're asking all this dumbass shit when you know the truth. You know that you did the damage and you don't want to take accountability for it. When you ghost people, you can't expect the person to be cool with you or feel for you. How is somebody supposed to feel for you if you don't let them in your life? Come on, woman. What do you mean? That sounds crazy, yo. I just don't want people to think I have problems. You do have problems. You think you're fucking perfect? Huh? You think you're a little baby? You just came out of the womb? Oh, look at this perfect child. They have no idea. Woman, come on now. See, that's why you ain't got no D. See? You ain't got no D and no comfort and no love because you don't want it. Y'all cut it off. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? What am I gonna do if you damn? This is why I'm single. Because I can't put up with women like you. See? Your beauty's not gonna blind me. No, no. No, no. That coochie is not going to blind me. No, no. No, no. But you want to blind me from seeing you online and ghost me. Yeah, you would, huh? But that's somebody that you like, though. He could be your man. You don't make no sense. So if you had a husband, you're gonna tell him fuck off because I'm going through personal problems. Then you wonder why shit don't work. You could be a private person, but you can't be a private person to the person you love or your person you want to be with, because then that person is not gonna trust you. You got everything fucked up. Thank God you came in here tonight. I'll talk some goddamn sense into you. Anyway, I'm gonna talk some sense to my pillow right now. I'm gonna fucking sleep. You already got me here longer than I want to be. And you already know what you gotta do, but you wanna come over here and aggravate me. You damn nuisance. Aren't you a Scorpio? That's why. Scorpio women. Scorpio women are like the fucking most annoying ass women when it comes to like privacy, secrets, and fucking, well, oh, I really like you, Mark. I really want to fuck you and be with you for the rest of my life, but I can't put myself to telling you that. Because, I want to be private. I don't want you to be in my life. I don't want you to know. I don't want you to see what I got, underneath this underwear. Or, I don't, fuck that shit, man. I know this Scorpio girl, she loves me. Every time she sees me, she's probably gets wet. Right? And she's probably like, fuck. She's always staring at me. I know she wants me. She's wanted me her whole life. I just know she does. And she's that type of girl, she's got too much pride to come up to me and say, hey, look, you know. And I won't go up to her because she's weird like that. Like she'll probably like, get so nervous. And she probably be like, no, I can't. I can't do it. I really want you, but I can't. Because I don't want you to know about my life. And you're going to think I'm stupid. And you're going to think that I'm not perfect for you. Shut your ass up and bend over. Anyway, nice talking to you, sweetheart. I hope you get better. I hope our surgery goes well. I hope you find a place. I hope everything goes well for you. I feel like next month's going to be good, though, on the real. And stop ghosting the damn guy. Stop all that bullshit. That shit's for like kindergarten, yeah? Yes, you need to change your mindset. Please do. Stop being a Scorpio hoe and be a Scorpio I know. Okay? You can be a scorpion without the bite. Keep it back there, okay? You ain't gotta bite everything. Okay? You ain't gotta sting everybody. Calm your ass down. All right, sweetheart. Love you. Take care. And I'll see you next time. Be safe. All right? Don't do nothing I won't do. Bye.